I've already covered how you can use Google Trends and the AdWords tool to check the viability of a niche. Let's plug in some of the topics we found to see how many people are searching and if the niche is expanding. As you can see, the topic of web design course isn't as popular now as it was 10 years ago. It seems like this keyword phrase is still shrinking in popularity, but slowly. Let's check learning HTML. This is very promising. I can see several search terms with high monthly search counts. Here are a few. Web design course, learning HTML, learn web design. Let's plug a couple of these into the Google Trends tool. Once again, the search trend is very slowly shrinking. It's almost stable, but it's in a slight decline. Let's try learn web design. Again, the trend dropped sharply from 2005 to 2007, and since then it's been slowly shrinking. Well, let's try another term from our list, canvas element. Okay, that's much more healthy. Let's try another, SVG. That's a very interesting graph. As you can see, the interest in SVG has been shrinking for years. At some point in 2012, the trend changed. Now it's growing again. So is the niche viable? Some parts of the niche are growing, while other parts are shrinking. In a situation like this, you may want to narrow your focus to work with those specific topics. If you aren't happy with your results at this stage, you can go back to Amazon and look at some other niche ideas. It's better to take a step back than to waste months on a project that won't succeed. So let's take a look at Amazon's web development page again. As I mentioned before, I don't want to start digging into Python right now. So let's take a look at the links on the left of the page. These are the subcategories within web development: content management, programming, user experience and usability, user-generated content, web design, web marketing, web services, website analytics. Let's look in the web design section for some new niches. There are a few books that don't belong here. Amazon needs to sort out their categories a little. Also, I see links to Dreamweaver, Fireworks and Flash. It seems to be a throwback to the days when Macromedia ruled the web development world. I happen to know that these topics are all on the way out. Newer technologies and workflows are replacing them. That's one of the advantages of picking a market sector that you're familiar with. You'll be able to spot the outdated information without having to jump to Google Trends. I can see there's a book on AngularJS. It doesn't really belong in the design section, but it could be a good niche, so I'll take a note of it. Here are a few niche subjects I can see: usability, AngularJS, WordPress. Of the three, I'm most familiar with WordPress, so I'm going to have a look at one of the WordPress books and get some topic ideas. Let's take a look at the table of contents. Here are the topics I see. 1. Installing WordPress. 2. WordPress designs or themes. 3. Pages. 4. Posts. 5. Widgets. 6. Adding videos to WordPress. 7. WordPress plugins. 8. WordPress SEO. Let's quickly check a few of these terms in Google Trends. The trend for installing WordPress is slowly decreasing. One reason for that is it's much easier to install WordPress today. Let's check WordPress theme. That's a nice graph. I can see that people are interested in WordPress themes. The trend is expanding, so it's a good time to get involved in this niche. WordPress theming is a big topic, so there should be plenty of scope for growth. Let's go back to Amazon and do a search for WordPress theme. We can find some topics for our SEO campaign. Okay, there are some good books here. I'm just going to look at one right now. In a real project, I'd spend some hours going through these books, but for now, I'm just demonstrating how we can find some topics from Amazon. Let's take a look at Professional WordPress Design and Development. First, let's take a look at the comments. I can see this book is really intended for professionals and expert developers. The other books prove there's a really strong market for beginners, especially for ones who want to learn web development really well. I bet they would make a great target audience for our WordPress content. Let's dig into the contents page and get some topic ideas. Remember, we're only interested in the topics that are relevant to theme development. Scanning the contents, I see a few topic ideas. 1. Local development environment, including WordPress development stack, debugging, virtual machines, virtual servers. 2. WordPress core. 3. WordPress codex. 4. WordPress code reference. 5. The loop. 6. Template tags. 7. Global variables. 8. Custom post types. 9. Custom post templates. 10. WordPress taxonomies. 11. Theme installer. 12. Template files, including images and assets, plugins, header.php, footer.php, sidebar.php, conditional tags, menu management, widget areas, child themes, theme frameworks, underscore theme, Bones theme, Carrington core theme, Genesis theme, others theme, usability, SEO, semantic HTML, HTML validation, microformats, responsive web design, and WordPress security. That's a lot of topic ideas within the niche. Right now, we're looking at concepts, not keywords. Each one of these concepts can generate dozens or even hundreds of individual keywords. We'll look at the keywords later. So we found a great niche. I've decided to target WordPress themes for beginners who want to become professionals. We've already covered a lot of topics in the field. Sometimes we need to dig a little deeper to find more concepts. I'll show you how to do that, and we'll add some more concepts to our list. But we don't need to dig too deep at this stage. Some people get trapped at the niche research stage, endlessly crunching numbers. They build lists with millions of keywords, but they never get round to doing any actual SEO. There's a word for that: paralysis by analysis. So let's move through the next steps more quickly. But remember, if anything isn't clear to you about any of these steps, please send me a question.